Wrap it up now. The Reserve Bank is expected to keep interest rates steady this week. Governor Lesetja Kganyago will make the announcement on Thursday after a 3-day meeting on the bank's Monetary Policy Committee. The bank uses interest rates to stabilize prices if it expects inflation to rise further away out of the 3 to 6% target range. But March inflation figures out on Wednesday are expected to show a declining trend into the target band. Lower food and fuel price growth will likely make lower contributions to overall consumer inflation. The prime lending rate at banks currently stands at 10.5%.
So if you look at purely the inflation outlook and the growth outlook, it would argue that the Reserve Bank has a window of opportunity to reduce interest rates. The argument against a rate cut relates to how much pressure we put ourselves under from a global capital flow perspective. Remember that the Federal Reserve is expected to hike rates at least twice more this year. And in general, as the US puts up interest rates, it could create some pressure in terms of capital flows coming into South Africa. That coupled with the credit rating difficulties, we're still waiting for Moody's to pronounce on South Africa's credit rating. That may make the Reserve Bank a little bit hesitant, because the more we cut interest rates, the more vulnerable we are to changes in international capital flows. So I think for the moment the Reserve Bank will leave interest rates alone. Clearly, though, as the year progresses, there is going to be this window of opportunity that they could utilize to cut interest rates.
The South African Federation of Trade Unions says it intends to fight for the rights of workers in all sectors. The union's General Secretary, Zwelinzima Vavi, says the union is sickened by the collaboration between unions and employers, which is frustrating workers. SAFTU held its first NEC meeting over the weekend. The union says it has been able to launch a 70,000-strong new workers' fighting force of 24 affiliated unions.
We are launching the SAFTU provincial structures. Without structures, we recognize no campaign can be properly coordinated and or sustained. SAFTU may, however, have to adopt an incremental approach, as it may simply not be affordable to launch provincial structures with a full complement of staff and infrastructure from the outset.
SAFTU feels that the process of registering workers' unions is being stifled by government.
The NEC decided that we must apply for the membership of NEDLEC, and lawyers have already drafted the application. We anticipate that COSATU, FEDUSA and NACTU, in partnership with government, will do everything in their power to frustrate this application. SAFTU is likely to discover more secret deals negotiated by these collaborators, and we shall definitely disrupt the class peace and class collaboration they have been enjoying.
The union says it has decided to go on a massive campaign to recruit members from various sectors of the economy.
We are launching a campaign on jobs and economy. As we started our National Executive Committee meeting, NUMSA was faced with the decision of the General Motors to withdraw completely from South Africa, putting at least 1,000 direct jobs at risk, and we think thousands other jobs in the secondary sectors that are servicing that company at risk as well.
The NEC plans to work with AMCU to launch a jobs and economy campaign to ban labor brokers, outsourcing, and to end casualization of the workforce. The union is also calling for zamazamas to be regulated.